Hi dear students, today I will explain coordinate geometry chapter, all the formulas. See, basically this chapter is very helpful to do the numericals in the mechanics from the physics. Mechanics means motion, motion in a straight line, motion in a plane, laws of motion. If you want to do the numericals from the physics, you should know the coordinate geometry chapter properly and the vectors problems. The coordinate geometry and vectors are interlinked. See, according to this chapter, we have the x-axis and y-axis. Nothing but horizontal axis is called x-axis, vertical axis is called y-axis. The both axes are at 90 degrees. Nothing but vertical axis and the horizontal axis, the angle between them is 90 degrees, and here O will be the fixed point, so O will be the origin. O will be the origin. See, suppose this is the x-axis, this will be y-axis. So we can represent both x-axis and y-axis are perpendicular each other. So here coming to here we can represent the coordinates as x comma y in open brackets. X values are we can write in the left side and y values we can write in the right side. And here I represented the quadrants Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So we can say this system is nothing but Cartesian or rectangular or two-dimensional system. Here if you observe the quadrants, in the first quadrant x values are positive, y values are positive. That's why plus comma plus. Here in the second quadrant x values will be negative, y values are positive. That's why we can write minus comma plus. X values we should write in the left side and y values we can write in the right side, and we can represent in the open brackets. Coordinate representation you can write in the open brackets. And coming to Q3 means x values are negative, minus comma minus. And fourth quadrant Q4, x values are positive and y values are negative. That's why you can write as plus comma minus. O will be the fixed point, nothing but origin. We can represent it as 0 comma 0 in the open brackets. Coming to here, x values we can call as abscissa, y values we can call as ordinate for the two dimensional. Suppose if you want to represent the three dimension, we need to include z axis also. Z values we can call as the applicate. Three dimensional geometry, that is helpful to solve the problems from the physics also. Why? Because maths will be the queen of science, physics will be the king of science. So if you know maths properly, then physics is very easy. Nothing but physics numericals are very easy for the competitive exams. So coming to here, Cartesian or rectangular coordinate system, I represented the x-axis plus x values, minus x values, plus y values, negative y values. Here I want to represent these points on these axes. Suppose they given capital A 2 comma 3, nothing but x value 2, y value will be 3. So I will represent x value 2 here, x value 2, y value 3. So you can represent here, A point will be A2, B3. So you can represent the point A on the Cartesian system. Next point, B will be 5 comma 2, nothing but x value 5, y value 2, x value 5, y value 2 again. So you can represent the B point here, B will be 5 comma 2. Next C, minus 2 comma 3 they given. Minus 2 comma 3 means x value minus 2, x value minus 2, y value 3. So x value minus 2, y value 3. So you can represent here the C point. Next, minus 5 comma minus 2 is the D point. Minus 5, x value minus 5, y value minus 2. Nothing but you need to represent here. This is the D point. Minus 5 comma 2. To represent E point 5 comma minus 2, x value will be 5 and y value will be minus 2. You can represent D point here. So on the Cartesian system, we can represent the coordinates A, B, C, D, E. So like this. Now distance formula. See, if they give the points A, x1 comma y1 coordinates, B, x2 comma y2. To find the distance between A, B, we have small d here. So to find the small d value, we need to apply the formula square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. They will use the coordinates A and B. They have to find the distance between the two coordinates. We can apply this distance formula. See, by using one example, I will explain. Suppose if A 2 comma 3, B 5 comma 4 are the two coordinates, they have to find distance between AB. So here AB equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square formula we need to apply. Here x1 value will be 2, y1 value will be 3, x2 value will be 5, y2 value will be 4. So you need to replace those values. x2 means what? 5 minus x1 means 2 whole square plus y2 4 minus y1 3 whole square. So you can get 5 minus 2 3 square plus 4 minus 3 1 square. 3 square means 9, 9 plus 1 square means 1. So root 10 units. The distance having some either centimeters or meters, but they are not mentioned. So you can write units. Root 10 units will be the answer. Nothing but the distance between the AB will be root 10. Nothing but nearly 3.125 like that. So next, section formula we have. Section formula is nothing but the 2 points A and B, x1, y1 and x2, y2. Here P divides AB internally. Here P divides AB internally. To find the P coordinate, we need to apply formula P equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. See, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. Next, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Here in the problems they will mention trisection. Trisection means we need to take the ratios as 1:2 and 2:1. Suppose here I represented how to represent the trisection. Here AB will be the line, A will be x1 comma y1, B will be x2 comma y2. Here P and Q divides AB in 3 equal parts. To find the P, we need to apply, we took the ratio as 1:2 and 2:1. To find the P point, here if you observe, P divides AB in the ratio 1:2. So you can take 1:2. To find the Q point, Q divides AB in the ratio 2:1. So by taking coordinates, we can find the P and Q values. Now midpoint formula. Suppose they give the A and B are the points A x1 comma y1, B x2 comma y2. To find the midpoint between A and B, P formula will be x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Suppose they give an example A 2 comma 4, B 6 comma 2. They ask to find midpoint. So you can take x1 y1 x2 y2. So the midpoint formula we know already, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Here x1 will be 2 plus x2 will be 6 by 2 comma y1 4 y2 2 by 2. So you will get 2 plus 6 8 by 2, 4 plus 2 6 by 2. So 8 by 2 4, 6 by 2 3. So we got P point will be, P coordinate will be 4 comma 3. Area of triangle. Suppose here I took the triangle A x1 y1, B x2 y2, C x3 y3. To find the area of triangle, we need to apply the formula area of triangle equal to 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3. Next x2 into, after 2 you will get 3 na, so y3 minus y1 plus x3 into, after 3 again 1, y1 minus y2. Square units, we need to write square units for the area. See here, if you write 1, next will be 2 and 3. If you write 2, next will be 3 and 1. If you write 3, next will be 1 and 2, and apply the minus. So x1 1 by 2 into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Square units will be the area of triangle formula. Next, centroid. For the triangle they ask to find centroid values also. So capital G is the centroid. Formula will be x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. See, for the triangle they will mention in the problems the given points are collinear. Collinear means the points lie on the same line. Coplanar means the points lie on the same plane. For collinear, to find K, area of triangle equal to 0. So these are the important formulas from the coordinate geometry.